And now for the one more thing you've all been waiting for. Prepare for the most comprehensive deep dive we've ever done for the biggest game we've ever built. So sit tight and enjoy Starfield Direct.
Nossa, o Starfield começa agora só. O Direct.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us today and welcome to Bethesda Game Studios. You know, we've been so lucky over the decades to make the kind of games that we love here, and that's thanks to all of you. From the Elder Scrolls to Fallout, we love creating these worlds and playing in them just as much as you do. And throughout all that time, we'd often talk about and dream up the space game. What if we could take that feeling of being who you want to be and exploring a new world, but set it in space, where you weren't really limited in where you could go or what you could do. And that is Starfield. Obviously, we've come a long way since then with the games we've built, our technology, and all of us here in the studio. We've done so much together, but we've never tried to make a game like this. Today, you'll get to hear from many on the team and see so much of what we think makes our game special. So let's jump in and take a look. Starfield is our first new universe in over 25 years. But it's still a Bethesda RPG through and through, where you step into a new world
Caraca, tá sendo feito faz 25 anos essa porra.
But this time, it's not just one world. It's over 1,000 worlds. Because the choice of where to go, it's not ours, it's yours. And it wasn't until now that we had the technology to create it. From the rocks at your feet, to the mountains in the distance, to the people and creatures that live in these worlds. That isn't just a backdrop. That moon is actually there orbiting the planet. Yes, you can visit it too. We realistically simulate the galaxy around you. Our next-generation lighting model uses real-time global illumination to light the world based on the type of star and the makeup of the planet's atmosphere. We also have an all-new animation system. And of course, you can play it in third person, and you can play it in first person.
Oh, legal.
We love exploration and rewarding it, but you do explore differently in this game given its scale. That usually involves exploring an area you've landed in. You can collect resources, do a mission, and maybe even stumble upon something unexpected.
É jogo de exploração só, então. Não entendi muito bem se é jogo de campanha. Caraca, esse cara joga bem. Mas querendo ou não, ele tá jogando contra bot, né?
We do love stuff and all of the items allowing you to pick everything up, and you can view all that in your data menu. This is the hub for everything you're doing, from your skills to your ship, your missions, and your inventory. We love to pack a ton of detail in every object, from all of your weapons to spacesuits, to food. We just obsess over the details, and food. We obsess over food. When you're done exploring, you can walk back or fast travel to your ship. We have companions and crew you can take with you. I left Vasco here back at my ship.
Welcome back, Captain Howard.
Viagem
And he can
rápida.
even say your name. Let's head out.
Pra você fazer viagem rápida, você tem que ir na nave. Você não pode fazer viagem rápida de qualquer lugar que você tiver, aparentemente.
Our mission was to convey the wonder and majesty of space exploration, to evoke the romance of the golden age of early spaceflight. And we've been referring to this approach as NASA Punk. This means a design language where the tech is advanced, yet still looks grounded and
Caraca.
relatable.
For us, it's that contrast. That's where the visual interest is.
Artista.
Obviously, the NASA, which is the rigid, hard function over style, and then Punk, which is all about style.
You can see that visual style coming through in your ship. Your ship is your home for you and your crew.
Mano, parece um jogo
And
muito
like
legal,
many
velho,
of
de
the
jogar.
spaces in our game, it has a slightly retro and
Pra quem
analog
curte
touch. A bit of lo-fi rather than
dance, essas
sci-fi,
coisas, tá
where
ligado?
everything is well used, worn, and lived in.
Alrighty. What's the plan, Captain?
This is your star map. It starts with the planet you're currently on. You can see all of its info and resources. You can choose a landing spot or fast
Caraca,
travel
tem
to
todo
known
um
locations.
negócio ali. Você pode ver gravidade do
Backing out
planeta e
further,
os
you can
caralho.
view all the planets in the system. Obviously, the game is big, and it's here you can see planets
É um
that have
sistema
key
solar, mas não é um
locations,
sistema
missions,
solar,
and
tá
life
ligado?
on them, versus the many planets that are barren but resource heavy. Zoom out even further to see all the systems in this part of the galaxy.
Caralho, você pode viajar entre
You can plot a
sistemas.
course to ones that are light years away. This uses your ship's grav drive to fold space and jump to these systems. And you will need to upgrade your ship and skills if you want to jump to the most distant
Nossa,
ones.
tem um
But for now,
sistema
we'll
que
plot
você
a
não
course
pode
to
ir
the
direto,
Alpha
tá
Centauri
ligado? Você tem que
system,
pegar um
where we can
caminho
find
e
the
ir
city
viajando entre
of
sistema pra
New
chegar no lugar.
Welcome to UC Space. Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo.
Mano, gostei desse jogo, velho.
Scan complete. You are cleared for landing.
Mas esse jogo é
at New
muito
Atlantis.
parecido com uma demo que eu joguei muitos anos atrás, velho. Eu não sei se Starfield tinha demo e eu joguei Starfield. Porque essa visão da nave, de dentro da nave, é muito igual, mano.
As soon as you land in a city like New Atlantis, your eyes are guided upwards to just these boundless, vast buildings.
It's the
Mas eu também
biggest
não
city
sei se
we've
era No
ever
Man's
made.
Sky, tá
Not
ligado?
just in size, but also in the amount of custom art, crowds, and quests.
So the main focus when we're designing a city is obviously what supports the story. We try and tell as many small stories as possible.
This is a Colony War memorial.
It's a few moments of gameplay that make the space feel like it's full of real characters that are going about their day-to-day lives.
It's paralyzing if you really stop and think about it.
Buddy, it's coffee.
It's also where your adventure with Constellation begins.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about.
By the time you meet them, Constellation is sort of seen as this mythical group. Most people don't even know they exist anymore. They're the
Quest
last
design.
true explorers in the galaxy, and they're trying to find the answers to some of humanity's biggest questions.
The artifacts are so different, so alien, and I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you. The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
Oh my god. Look at how it's coming together.
That means there's a set built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
It's definitely an eclectic cast of characters. You've
Director.
got Sarah Morgan, the
Design.
ex-soldier and adventurer, now Constellation's leader. Mateo, the theologian who believes that there's definitely something else out there. Noel, the gifted scientist and Sarah Morgan's protege. And Walter, a very successful businessman in the settled systems and Constellation's financier.
Anything goes as long as you have the money.
There's also Vlad, the ex-pirate, Sam Coe, the former space cowboy, and Barrett.
You know what I hate about these pirates? Complete completely resistant to my otherwise irresistible charm.
Todo jogo futurista tem aquele cara que ainda tá preso no passado, tá ligado?
The settled systems is home to all kinds of different stories, people, and adventures for you to uncover.
Mano, pro jogo ter demorado tanto tempo pra ser feito,
The United Colonies is where
deve
you'll
ter
find New Atlantis,
muito planeta,
the first
muitas
major
constelações.
human
Deve ser
settlement in
enorme
space.
esse jogo, velho.
The people who live here value law, discipline, and the legacy of humanity. They consider themselves the true children of Earth.
You ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, even get your UC citizenship?
New Atlantis isn't the only city within the United Colonies. The city of Sidonia on Mars to this day serves as
Sistema
the
solar.
largest mining facility
Tava
for
escrito
the
ali.
United Colonies.
Imagina planeta Terra.
Beyond the United Colonies' reach, you might find yourself in a much more wild and independent coalition of star systems. This is Freestar Collective Space. The capital of the Freestar Collective is Aquila City.
The Stone Root Inn is an Aquila City fixture.
A ranger relies on judgment and intuition to do what's best for the people.
Ah não, velho, tem até isso.
Neon started out as a fishing platform, but is now known throughout the settled systems as a pleasure city, where almost anything goes.
If you've got morality issues, this definitely isn't the job for you.
Ryujin is hiring the best and brightest of today for our future tomorrow.
Everyone has been chewed up
porra era
and
aquela,
ground up by Neon. Try not to get yourself killed, all right?
Outside the bounds of civilized space, there are still plenty of unclaimed systems to explore, but these areas are also home to the most hostile factions in the galaxy.
The great serpent hungers. All heathens shall be made dust in time.
A new face. Is this the face of a brave runner here to challenge the Red Mile?
They think the galaxy is theirs. They are wrong. It belongs to the Crimson Fleet. It always has.
In Starfield, we're pushing our cities and settlements further than we ever have before. It's all there, waiting for you. A slice of humanity's future.
So, ready to get out there?
Throughout the galaxy, there are so many things to see and stories to experience. But the most important story is the one that you tell. I'm the type of person who spends hours
Espero que
in
esse jogo
character
tenha pra
creation,
PC, mano.
and
É
I
um jogo
think people
muito
are going to be
doido.
really excited when they
Eu
see
não
all
vi
of the
se tinha pra
improvements
PC
we've
antes,
made.
quando passou o bagulho lá.
One of the biggest overhauls was done through our character generation system. We scanned a wide range of faces from different age groups and ethnicities, and by mixing and matching all that data, we were able to create highly detailed and diverse characters.
We use that exact system to create all of the characters and NPCs you're going to see in the game. So any character you see almost always is a character you could make yourself.
Hey, come on, come on. Okay, take it easy. You were out cold. No physical damage. Mentally, the jury's still out. You know who you are? New recruit for Argos Extractors? Ring any bells? Any of this look familiar?
Ah,
You
legal.
start your character creation journey
A
as
história
an
é que você é
exciting
descongelado,
group of
aparentemente.
You'll
Aí
pick from a
você
lineup
tem
of
que criar
40
essa personagem
presets,
ali depois
and that'll be
daquilo.
your starting point. Your journey from there can be as detailed or as quick as you want it to be. This new system has more to offer than ever before.
Nossa, tem um detalhamento
It's
muito
also
doido,
the
velho.
simplest character generation system we've ever had. We let the player get as close as possible to make whatever they want. With the various facial morphs you can blend together, the dermesthetic and makeup, blemishes, scars, piercings,
a barba do-
teeth settings. It's a lot, but I think it's the most fun to use.
Meu Deus, que medo.
Character creation is more than just how you look. This is also where you start to decide
Tem
who you
tanto
wanna be.
detalhe
That's where backgrounds come
no
in.
jogo que a qualidade do personagem é meio pra
Backgrounds
baixo,
give you
você
a bit
viu?
of backstory and start you out with 3 basic skills.
From chef to dusty.
Olha lá, a qualidade
You know,
do
the crew
personagem é meio
still has a
estranha,
betting
mas a
pool
qualidade do
about
resto do
which
jogo é
storm
tudo
critic
boa,
you
tá
must
ligado?
have crossed to wind up here.
What's great about backgrounds is you never know when yours is gonna come in handy. You
Olha
could be in
isso.
the middle of a fancy restaurant, talking to some guy, and suddenly you learn he needs a beast hunter to help track down a monster.
Fine. I probably should stick to professionals anyway, given what happened the last time.
We're also giving you the option to customize your build even further by letting you pick up to 3 traits. Traits are completely optional, and they come with their own advantages and disadvantages. You could choose to meet your biggest fan.
By Vectera! Is it really you?
He'll join your crew, and he'll give you gifts, if you're willing to put up with his constant commentary.
I can't believe I get to stand near you, breathing the same air. I've got to have every molecule.
My favorite trait is kid stuff. You have to pay some credits to support your parents, but they're
Programadora.
very sweet, and it's really fun to go visit them.
Honey, we got ourselves a visitor.
Oh my god!
I came across some hostile zealots in space, but because I had chosen a trait that made me the same religion as them, I was able to get by without any issues.
There's another great one that gives you a damage buff when your health is low, but mercenaries will randomly show up and try to kill you.
Ah, interessante esse
No matter what you
negócio
choose,
diferente
there'll be plenty of ways
do...
for
Como
you
fala?
to tell your story.
Do...
And if you want to remove a trait, there are ways to do that too.
What a
Do
view!
Destiny. Você pode pegar a nave e você, tipo, não tem aquele pulo direto, tá ligado? Você consegue controlar a nave fora do planeta.
We'll let you discover that on your own.
Once you've built the perfect
Caraca.
character, that's when your journey can really begin. We took what we loved about skills and perks from our previous games and put them together to create an all-new skill system. Each time you level up, you get a skill point, which can be used to unlock or rank up skills. Ranks are unlocked by completing challenges associated with that skill. Challenges become increasingly difficult as you work your way to higher ranks. With our 5 different skill trees and 4 ranks per skill, there's a lot to choose from.
Caraca, tem
I like the
muita.
Xenosociology skill because it lets you mind control aliens.
Boost pack
Nem
out of the
fudendo.
gate. I'm boost packing everywhere.
I like maxing out my physical tree so I can get neuro strikes and just
Ele
punch
faz as
my way
armas.
through combat. That one's a lot of fun.
Ah, eu acho engraçado aquilo
Invest
ali.
in the skills that suit your playstyle.
I'm very much a stealth player. So, I'm out there pickpocketing everyone. My favorite part about being stealthy is slowly creeping through vents.
Ah,
like
legal,
you're in
dá
a
pra jogar
movie,
stealth.
and then jumping out and springing on people.
Whenever possible, I like to talk my way through situations.
This area's off limits. Fine, I'll issue you an access card.
I'm more of a run and gun player. I like doing the death from above thing where I boost pack over guys and I throw landmines at them. I like blowing stuff up.
Nossa, cada imagem, velho.
Exploration is a key aspect of all our games. In Starfield, there are full star systems with new life, resources, and adventures. Our team worked hard to strike a balance between fun and realism. We studied data from NASA and a multitude of other sources to help us make the world feel believable. From the way we approached planetary atmospheres to the way we placed biomes based on the planet's distance from the sun. Once we had created a grounded world, we could start looking at all the things that make that world fun. When you leave a planet and head into space, you'll be navigating asteroid fields, having chance meetings with interesting strangers, dogfighting in space, and exploring derelict ships. It's all out there. Ultimately, it's about rewarding your curiosity, because whether it's on the surface of a planet, the alleys of a city, or the vastness of space, you never know what you'll find.
Space exploration is possible thanks to your ship. Your ship is almost like having another character or home you can make all your own. I think you'll be blown away by the amount of stuff you can do. You can buy a ship.
I'm sure you can find something you like.
Customize and upgrade that ship.
Caraca, é você que constrói a nave.
And hire a crew to keep it up and running. And it all starts in spaceports. Every spaceport has a ship technician where you can purchase, sell, and modify ships.
Anything I can help you with?
Maybe you start off with a speedy fighter that's perfect for bounty hunting. Then you might round out your ship roster with a hulking space freighter to run cargo missions, or even do a little smuggling. For now, though, we're going to take our starting ship, the Frontier, and make some changes. You can customize and upgrade everything you see here, and you have two ways to do that. You can quickly upgrade individual systems like your weapons or shields, or you can deep dive and enter the shipbuilder mode. Here you can change anything, from the systems to the look and layout. Adding a new habitat module can give you more room for crew. Adding cowling can change your ship's overall silhouette.
Meu Deus, velho. Já tô vendo que vai sair tanto absurdo desse jogo de nave sendo construído.
You can even fully customize your paint job to get the exact look you want. The parts you choose to build with don't just affect your ship's stats.
Provavelmente tem limite do que você pode fazer. Não é tipo Kerbal Space, que o limite é a sua criatividade, tá ligado?
Displaying your weapons. Starfield's in-game ship manufacturers bring their own look and feel to every piece of your ship. From living quarters to cargo holds, mess halls, and control rooms.
Nossa, mano, por algum motivo ver esse jogo construindo a nave me fez lembrar de Subnáutica construindo a base embaixo d'água, velho.
It's a bit odd, but one of my favorite ways of customizing ships is I make them look like animals. The HMS Platypus, as I called it, where it had like a giant tail to it. Then we've done spiders.
Ah, não, mano. É, não tem limite de construção.
And while you can build your home among the stars the way you want to, you're probably not the only person who will call your ship home.
E você pode andar dentro da nave ainda. Ah, mano. Esse jogo é da hora, mano. Já tô vendo que vou perder dinheiro, cara.
Some of the members of Constellation can join you on your journey. These companions can serve on your crew, and they'll always be there when you travel.
We'll be traveling together until we either find an
mano, eu gostei muito desse
artifact
jogo,
or this
velho.
lead runs
Vai se
dry.
fuder.
Each companion comes with their own valuable skills for your ships and outposts.
Ah, e você pode escolher o personagem, é isso?
Lines. Eventually, some friendships might blossom into romance.
I don't know that I've ever really loved anyone except you.
And if you're looking for a little extra help on your ship, you can always hire additional crew at spaceports.
Got any room on your ship for someone like me?
You'll also meet potential crew members out in the world.
Still think there might be a spot for me on your ship? I gotta get off this rock.
Assign crew to your ship or outposts, and their unique skills will affect how they run.
Que da hora, velho. Tinha que dar pra construir base, tá ligado? Você pega, seu próprio planeta, tá ligado? Imagina.
Designed around the core basics of a NASA machine.
Please avoid getting shot. You might die.
I still wanted to give it almost a humanoid personality, so I elongated the limbs.
Mas no caso eles trocaram esse bagulho de ter para planeta, eu acho, pela construção da nave, né?
It is a shame. Exploration requires so much.
Seria muito da hora um jogo onde você tem o seu próprio planeta.
Using the ship
Não sei se já tem,
tools and
porque eu não
crew selection
conheço
features in
muitos
Starfield,
jogos, mas...
you'll be able to build and captain the ship of your dreams. And now, let's take to the sky.
Mano, eu gostei demais desse jogo, velho. Vai se fuder.
We're putting you in the cockpit of your very own spaceship and telling you that you can do pretty much anything. And that is really cool for us as developers.
Eu acho que você pode escolher entre usar, tipo, velocidade da luz ou controlar a nave, tá ligado? Eu acho.
We've extended that sense of control to ship combat. It's not about just hitting your triggers to
Só que
fire
com
your weapon.
certeza não usar a velocidade da luz vai demorar muito pra você chegar nos bagulhos, tá ligado? Porque é viagem estelar, mano. É assim que
Boosting
funciona.
power to your engines will make your ship faster.
Esse sistema é tipo aquele jogo do Star Wars de nave, tá ligado? Você pode posicionar a energia da nave onde você quiser, tá ligado?
And moving your power to your weapons and shields means you're ready for a fight.
Olha lá, nos escudos.
You should always be
É
on your
tipo
toes
aquele jogo,
because
mas
you're not alone out there.
Squadrons. Star Wars Squadrons, alguma coisa assim. Tem um sistema desse de ficar redirecionando a energia da nave para vários pontos diferentes.
Unlocking the targeting control system skill will allow you to zero in on specific subsystems of the ship you target. After destroying an enemy ship, you can loot the remains from your cockpit. You can always turn any ship that engages you into scrap. But you can also take a more personal approach by docking with the enemy vessel and boarding their ship.
Caraca, você pode invadir a nave dos outros.
Once you've taken control of an enemy ship, it's yours. Add it to your fleet and retrieve it at any spaceport. But space is way more than fighting for your life. Just like when you're planetside, there are plenty of sights to see and stops to make
Mano,
on the
tô
way to
muito
your next
ansioso
adventure.
pra esse jogo.
Like these massive
Provavelmente eu não vou conseguir comprar,
Walk the halls,
mas
talk to the crew,
é um bagulho
maybe
muito
get talked
foda.
into buying a whole new ship.
A civilian in my star yard. Let's see about getting you a proper ship, one worthy of you.
Maybe you'll dock with a gigantic battleship, like the UC Vigilance. Or rub elbows with the galaxy's wealthy elite on a cruise ship fit for the stars. There are plenty of personal encounters to be had as well. You can hail any ship you come across to trade, swap info, or maybe even commit an act of piracy.
Let's do this.
When I'm playing, I generally go crazy. I definitely go like the more piracy routes. I want to take over ships. I'm gonna board ships. I'm like, this is now mine. I steal all the sandwiches and put them, you know, in my cargo hold that I have specifically for sandwiches. I don't want to play the hero, but I want to go out and just start taking things from people as quickly as possible.
Eu tenho sanduíche, mano.
Some strangers might be looking for a little human connection in the darkness of space.
Hello, stranger. I just finished cooking up some food. If you want to come on over, just pop on by.
Some of the best moments are the ones you discover on your own.
Que da hora, mano.
The thing I love most about Starfield is that it is a Bethesda game through and through.
It's really about going to strange new places, meeting interesting people, and getting sidetracked on zany adventures. Then, realizing 2 hours later that you're involved in a completely new story.
You're human. We thought we were the only ones to leave Earth.
That DNA is so present here. It's in our random encounters, it's in our handcrafted quests, and it feels so cool to play it and just make your own path in this universe. There are over 1,000 planets out there, just waiting for
Espero
you
que
to
seja
visit.
tão legal quanto parece no direct.
We want you to feel like explorers, breaking ground on new planets, exploring every inch of a mostly untouched galaxy. We want you to feel
E você pode escolher se joga em primeira pessoa ou não, mano. Eu achei isso da hora também.
And sometimes a little fear.
Nossa.
We're giving you a massive playground and a ton of toys, and just setting you free.
Hey everybody, we've shown you so much stuff, but we thought we'd just take a little break and show you something a little bit different. You know, we put so much detail into our game worlds, and we love the opportunity to bring that into the real world with our collector's editions. And for this game, we've done a watch. It is the Constellation Explorer's Watch. This is the watch that you actually get in the game that acts as part of your HUD, where it's the compass and then environmental information.
Meu Deus, nem
It connects to
ferrando.
your phone to give you notifications and other information. And we've also designed this really cool case that it comes with, Istvan.
Yeah, we really took as much care and designed this case as we did to watch. Our attention to detail in the game totally translates to this. Inspired by the cases that the astronauts used during the Apollo era to bring back samples from the moon. It's got an
Tem
intricate
relógio que
mechanism,
conecta com o jogo,
authentic,
mano. E olha como ele
heavy,
vem.
comes with a Constellation patch, NATO strap, and the overall functionality and believability of this as something that would exist in the world, in the Starfield universe.
Oh, and hey, take this. You'll find it very useful out there. And it even tells the time.
Legal.
We actually have something else. Now that we're part of Xbox, we get to work with the amazing people on the Xbox hardware team, and together we have created this custom limited
controle
edition Starfield
customizado.
controller. It's awesome. It is
Meu
now,
Deus,
you
eu
know,
tô
our
vendo que o
favorite
Shands vai
controller.
comprar isso
We
aí.
love
Não sei
this
se ele vai
because it's
gostar,
inspired by
mas
the
sei lá, o
actual
Shands é
controls
doido.
of your spaceship. And not only that, we've created the first
E fone
ever
também.
custom headset with Xbox. And this is a perfect pairing with that controller.
Caralho, mano. Muito da hora, velho.
In every one of our games, we always put so much care into all those little details that breathe life into our worlds. But Starfield isn't just a Bethesda Game Studios world.
Deve ser o cara
it's
que
a
prepara os
Bethesda Game
planetas, tá
Studios
ligado?
galaxy.
Faz o...
So why go this big with Starfield? Because we want to give you freedom on a galactic level. The freedom to experience both the exciting planets and the quiet ones. Scanning a planet before you land is a great way to get a sneak peek at the available resources you can use for crafting, building, and customizing.
I think what's cool about this whole system that we generate the planet itself as a procedural content, but the handcrafted content itself comes as the player explore. Our system builds a planet as the player approaches it. We stitch together a block of terrain. After that, we have the system that adds interesting locations for the player to explore, creatures to encounter, ore and plants to pick up. It allows us to add that touch of environmental storytelling that Bethesda is known for.
Aggressive creatures have been disrupting our experiments. Their habitat isn't far from here. If you could take care of them for us, we would be in your debt.
So even if your friends were to visit the same planet that you had, you would have a different story to tell.
It's completely up to you how you want to interact with each planet, whether you want to explore and see what you can find, harvest resources and be on your way, or simply take in the views. With the help of your scanner, you'll chart the uncharted and discover exotic wildlife.
If you have the skills, you can even figure out that certain creatures and plants, you can build an outpost and produce resources from those plants and animals. You can get experience and rewards for fully surveying planets and fully surveying a whole system.
Ah, mano, não, cara.
When we were concepting these creatures, we really wanted to think of them as natural to the environment. We didn't want alien monsters. We wanted native wildlife. Something you've never seen before.
When it comes to our exteriors, when the sun moves, all that light is calculated in real time through the atmosphere. Our biggest goal for lighting with Starfield was to make the game feel more filmic, to use lighting and color to really make it feel more cinematic.
Esse jogo precisa de multiplayer, pelo amor de Deus. Cara, vocês estão perdendo muito não deixando isso multiplayer, velho. Meu Deus, cara. Esse jogo necessariamente precisa ser multiplayer. Que negócio absurdo.
After some exploring, you can find a spot to set up a base camp. Outposts can be built almost anywhere on
Ah, nem
any
ferrando, é
planet.
o que eu falei, mano. Você pode
And
fazer sua
habitat
base
modules
sim,
come
mano.
in all shapes and sizes, filling
Meu
all different
Deus do
purposes.
céu, esse
You
jogo
can
precisa ser
even live in them.
multiplayer logo.
Assign crew and companions to work at your outposts for added bonuses and set up extractors to harvest resources while you're away.
Something cool we have this time is we have a new fly cam where you can toggle between on-foot building, or you can now use a top-down isometric camera, which helps plan out larger parts of the outpost and placing those larger halves. So that way you can really plan your structures and what the overall feel of your outpost is. And then when you're on your feet, you can really decorate and fine-tune things much easier.
Aparentemente eles trocaram o tamanho do mapa pelo bagulho multiplayer. Porque o mapa é gigantesco, velho. Aparentemente. Eu fui pesquisar sobre o jogo e eu
Crafting
encontrei
and research
falando
stations
que
in your
não é
outposts to
multiplayer,
utilize
essas
any
coisas.
resources you find or already have.
Mod your weapons to adapt them to your playstyle.
Pelo amor de
Different weapon
Deus.
sights and scopes, larger magazines, a selection of grips and barrels, different ammunition like explosive rounds.
Tô muito triste agora.
All you stealth players out there will surely
Eu queria
need
que
a
fosse
suppressor.
multiplayer. Vou chorar à noite.
You can also choose to go hands-on with melee weapons.
I think it's always a delicate balance between like what's realistic, what's sim, and what's Hollywood. And I think we sort of err on the side of like what's fun for the player.
With Starfield, we've completely overhauled our combat. It's more dynamic, the animations are more fluid. It just feels great.
We probably have more mods and more weapons in this game than I want to say any other game we've done before. There's a lot of variety.
Upgraded gear is just one of the many factors to pay attention to when engaging in combat. You may need to switch things up based on your environment.
Fiquei decepcionado com o jogo
Gravity is
agora, velho. Tá
different
muito
for each
triste.
planet, and boost packs are excellent for getting around. And for giving you an edge in combat. Sometimes you'll even feel like you're flying.
Tipo, tem muita mecânica da hora, mas nada troca um multiplayer, velho. Porra, cara.
Zero gravity environments pose a different challenge.
Ainda mais um jogo assim de exploração, velho.
Actually push you backwards.
Tinha que ter um multiplayerzinho.
Energy
mano.
weapons, on the other hand, offer a more stable shooting experience.
We also have mag weapons. These are high-powered electromagnetic induction ballistic arrays. Each barrel has its own targeting laser and can dish out some serious damage. Whether you want to get up close and personal with your own two fists, or you like more compact weapons like pistols and submachine guns, or maybe you prefer something bigger. Starfield's got you covered.
Thanks again for being with us today. We are just so grateful that you've taken the time and spent it here. I know there was probably a lot to take in. There's a lot to the game, even more than we could show here. You know, as we play it, we're always sharing these unique and special moments that only a game like this can bring. When I think about what makes it special, it really is the people here. This game is a reflection of the incredible and passionate team that made it. All of them putting something special of themselves into it. So let's hear some of their favorite moments.
I love the way that our final combination of all the new tech has come together to create some of the most beautiful sunsets and sunrises we've ever had in any of our games.
I love the creatures, the exploration, every biome is different. The word that comes to mind is vast.
I like to use our photo mode to take rock star photos.
I just love that constant feel of discovery and, wow, I can't believe that there's more here.
I'm most excited about our outpost building systems.
My favorite part is every time you step out on a planet, it's a unique experience.
You spend all this time building your ship, and you see it on the landing pad. These things are gigantic. It's the kind of thing that you just can't get anywhere else.
There's something about seeing a tower over in the distance and going, I know the gravity's low here. I think I can make that jump.
My favorite part is biomes,
Eu tô muito decepcionado por não ter multiplayer, velho. Porra, cara.
Those details matter to me. Diplomacy, exploration,
Fiquei muito
freedom,
triste.
the ending.
Beskov, obviously.
I love the robot so much.
The incredible amount
É
of
porque eu não
worlds
sou de jogar
we've created.
sozinho, tá
Sniper
ligado?
rifles, come on. Lever action, rocket launcher.
Geralmente sempre quando eu tô jogando tem alguém junto.
I love, but some people might find creepy. I don't know. I know it's right, Ben.
The thing that I enjoy most about the game
Ainda mais
is
um
the
jogo nesse
freedom
calibre,
to be
velho.
who you
Porra,
wanna
tinha que
be,
ter um multiplayer.
do what you want to do. It's what you've come to expect from a Bethesda title, but on a much bigger scale.
On behalf of all of us, we can't wait for you to play Starfield and make your own special moments.
Let's go.
Tem muita mecânica legal que poderia ser usada em multiplayer, tá ligado? A invasão de uma nave na outra, tá ligado? Aquele bagulho de... Nossa, tá perto o lançamento. Caraca, a edição do console do colecionador tá da hora, mano. Pelo menos tem uma PC, né? Mano, o VOD vai ficar muito grande. Eu tô pensando em cortar o VOD em dois, tá ligado? Uma parte é o showcase do Xbox e a outra é o direct do Starfield. Bom, tem Payday 3, né, mano? É um jogo multiplayer aí foda pra trocar pelo multiplayer Starfield, né? Que não vai ter multiplayer. Pelo menos não por enquanto. E acabou. Ah, mano, por que não tem multiplayer, cara? Filha da puta, mano. Muito triste. Muito triste. Ah, mano, não, cara. O cara perguntando ali no bagulho, GTA 6? Tipo, foda-se. Os caras tão muito loucos pro GTA 6, mano. Ah, mano, não. Não tem multiplayer, cara. Mano, a única coisa que me decepcionou foi não ter multiplayer. Mas o jogo é incrível, velho. Tem muita mecânica da hora que, tipo, pelo menos eu nunca tinha visto antes. Mas seria legal um multiplayer. Meu Deus do céu, por que não tem multiplayer? Nossa, até pulou o negócio aqui. Mano, muito triste. Eu vou parar a live por aqui. Esse VOD vai ser dividido em dois, tá, gente? Vai ser separado em eventos. Vai ter a separação do Xbox Showcase e depois a separação do Starfield Direct. Aí vai ter os dois. Porque o VOD ficou muito grande, mano. Tá com 2 horas já de VOD. Então eu vou cortar. Mas é isso. Valeu por quem apareceu e ficou aqui até o final. E é isso. Muito obrigado e até a próxima.